From the calibration screen, when you're logged in as a process engineer or an administrator, you can access the PID tuning page by pushing the button that says PID Tune. It takes you to a new page that also, like the calibration page, has individual controls for all the system valves. It also has a this menu here, or table of information for actually performing an automatic tuning. You can change the your testing set point. You can change the ramp rate to your testing set point, and it will tell you the process error, which is the difference between the temperature you're asking and the process temperature. It'll tell you the overshoot, which it calculates once you get over the temperature that you request, and it will tell you the percentage of output power. You also have the ability to select what's called a tuning code, which sets how aggressive the auto-tuning program is. Lower numbers seem to work well for high mass boats. Higher numbers seem to work well for lower mass boats. And again, this is just to get the initial tuning point for the machine. So when you click Start Auto Tune, it'll ask you to confirm the chamber condition. So it says chamber levels at atmosphere, so you hit continue. And now it's currently doing an auto tuning cycle, but because my requested set point is 0, the power is currently off. So it can't, the system has no cooling function. So I'm going to cancel this. So I'm going to click the button to cancel it. When the system is cooling down, it'll automatically start a cool down timer, so the process engineer can use this as a tool to time how long their boat takes to cool down without having to stand in front of the machine and time it manually. There's also a set point stopwatch that every time you change the set point, it will start this timer down here in the corner automatically. So you can wait for certain conditions to be met and then manually stop the timer to record that information. Once an auto-tuning procedure has completed, the auto-tune values will be copied into the manual tuning values over here, and you can change them by pressing the manual tune button and selecting a value. When you select the value, it brings up a little key down here that will tell you what happens if you increase that particular value that you just clicked on. So once you've clicked on it, you have this key that if you increase the value from 1.2%, you will decrease the rise time, you will increase the overshoot, you will have a minimal effect on the settling time, and you will decrease the steady state error, and you will generally degrade the overall stability of the system. So that information is different depending on which value you have selected. So it's just a little key to help the person doing the tuning so that they know what general effect the change will have on the system. Once you've made those changes, as long as the manual tune button remains selected, you can test them by changing your set point to a different value. And again, this restarts the set point stopwatch, so you can watch how long it takes for a new value to settle out, or a new value to reach that set point, and so on and so forth. The tuning values are different at different temperature ranges. So if your process requires you to go to 500 degrees C, you're going to want to tune near or at 500 degrees C. So you would set this number to 500. Obviously, you don't want to do that unless the chamber conditions are suitable for that temperature, because you don't want to damage or oxidize the graphite boat. And I think that's it for this page.